But yeah, when I mentioned this, going to the shoe store just like as a kind of thing, I think it was at the end. That ended up happening today and not yesterday. So yeah, I had to do that. And I think it was like 7:15 when I got back. And I had to use the bathroom. And I think I honestly, I don't think was even thinking about streaming. I might have honestly forgot. But yeah, I just wanted to do a later stream, you know? It is funny because while we were driving there, because it was a bit of a drive, we were just talking about politics the whole time, me and my mom. As we like usually do, honestly. It's like one of the main things we talk about. But yeah, one of the things I brought up, it's just like it's kind of a shame that like it took people this long. I mean, like, it's good now that people are finally waking up, but like it does suck that it took this long for people to wake up and realize like, oh, this actually sucks, you know? And the fact that like other countries are gonna follow suit like very soon. Germany, Britain, like their right-wing parties are probably leading the polling. I mean, Britain's, I haven't even looked at it, but I would guess. And I saw Germany's was. And so yeah, like it is a shame. But it does seem like as quickly as like right-wing sentiment kind of, I should say far-right sentiment became mainstream. I think far-left like is gonna become as mainstream after all this is said and done, and hopefully if we get like a decent amount of progressives in Congress. There are a few running, as long as they like speak out and are able to get on the media, you know, that'd be a big help. Yeah, like it just made me realize like this all could have been very avoided, like if history was taught better, right? And the way like you kind of need to teach history and like why it's important to teach it. Like you teach in the way that is important to know history, and that is to learn lessons, right? It's to learn what happened back then, so then you can apply that to your current life, your present day life. And like I think the teacher I had who taught Holocaust did that like a little bit, but it still was mostly that same thing as normal history goes, of just like, oh, this thing happened, right? That's how history is kind of taught, and like that's not how it really should be. History should be more going like, you should be teaching it as to gain lessons from it. And we don't really do that when teaching history. We just say like, oh, X thing happened, oh, Y thing happened, and then like when we get to our tests, the tests are like, oh, like multiple choice, like fill in the blank questions or whatever, right? Like what number amendment was this one? It's like, I mean, I could just consult a lawyer. Like the only time like I need to know what number amendment was something is I think if I'm suing someone, you know, and like I can just consult my lawyer about that one, and they'll be like, all right, it's this amendment. It's like, cool. It's like I don't need to know like the amendment numbers. What I would be much more valuable is, say, because I was using the 19th Amendment as example with the suffragette movement, seeing what worked there and like how their movement worked, right? I think they kind of do that with like the civil rights movement, like a little bit, but I think that's also just because of like, hey, look, guys, nonviolent protests. Because yeah, they obviously want that as much as possible. They don't want violent protests. So like, I think that's another reason, is like it kind of helps their agenda. If they're just still like, oh yeah, no, trust me, just only do non-violent protests. But yeah, like I was just saying, like with history, we need to teach it in the way of like getting lessons out of it, right? Like, again, what did these movements do to gain power? And I think that was like what sociology was trying to teach, right? But like, that's what history should be. That's what you should be getting out of history. That shouldn't be like locked behind like an elective or whatever. Because again, history is giving you lessons. It should tell you like, hey, this is bad, and like here's the warning signs, so like we can look out for this in the future, right? And see some like red flags, you know, and then maybe we can like dissect that. But like, no, we just like X thing happen. And another thing that also sucks with the education system, at least here in America, it is so pro-America that like I think part of the reason like where that American exceptionalism and just that weird patriotism comes from is the fact that like America's basically always paying as the good guys, and like when we learn about history, and like every other country's paying as bad basically, because we only learn about other countries in wars, right? And so like it's basically just that. And then I think part of it also is like the individualism like idea that just is big in America for some reason. I mean, that might be propaganda, that might be why, but I think those two kind of, the education system and then individuality, right, pushing that is the reason why people are so like weirdly patriotic. And then obviously that makes fascist movements a lot easier to grow because they feed off of that, as we can see with the Republicans, right? They feed off that a lot. And like another thing is just looking at like liberal movements, right? Because they always fail to stop fascism. Always. They always side with the right, or just like would rather crash and burn, right, than side with the leftists. You can even see this with Labour in the UK, right? Like they're freaking crashing and burning everything and just giving reform just like a free, they're just giving it to them for free. Like it's insane what Labour's been doing. But yeah, like that's like, I think the reason like and how we teach history is just, it's what's led us here. Like I think it was like they wanted this, right? It was made by liberal conservative institutions. That's how they wanted it. And even like when we went over Cold War, they brought up like, oh, America is the side of the free democratic side, and then we're against all the communist party. And it's like, yeah, no, that's completely false, because if you look at any government they overthrew, they put in like a military like dictatorship. So like that is demonstrably untrue, and those countries that are under that would be the first ones to tell you that is demonstrably untrue, that it was free and democratic. My friend who was in that class like earlier, like in an earlier period than I had it, because I had the end of the day, like made that correction, and the teacher did then say that throughout the rest of it. But like it's that part of it is like why I feel like this American exceptionalism is so crazy. It's because America's always paying as the good guys, never the bad guys. We just ignore everything America did. I mean, we learn about domino theory, but like it's always still to paint like communism as this bad thing that needs to be taken down. Like it's never stopped and thought like, maybe communism is a good ideology, which is why like, or like, you know, you should think about it through neutral eyes, and start to realize, oh shoot, America's doing this because, yeah, they're like, oh, people see like these good practices, right, and these practices are good for them. And I think even the CIA has said it, like, and so yeah, they're like, oh shoot, we gotta interfere. That's why they did with Vietnam and Korea, and just, you gotta make sure that this doesn't spread, you know, because like it is popular, right? That is the big concern. And like that was what the Marshall Plan also was about, was to basically make Europe their puppet. Because communism was heavily on the rise in, I think, like all of Europe after World War II, and then the Marshall Plan happened, and then, oh, guess what? Weirdly, all these like liberals came to power. That's interesting. And oil too. Like, yeah, if we just like learned history from like getting lessons from it, like a story, you know, like how with a lot of stories we like are given a lesson from it. Like if you teach history the same way, that would be like, that would do so much for like getting people active. Because like I wouldn't be surprised if like in China and like Cuba, these socialist countries, they're much more politically active. And I think it's because like they teach history and like politics, right? Like they teach you how to be like politically motivated, politically engaged, like give you a reason to care about this stuff. Because like we're basically not taught this stuff at all. So yeah, people don't care about it, and they're like, oh, this is boring or like depressing. And it's like, no, this is actually very important because it affects your life, right? No matter what, like it affects your life. Like all of this is important. It affects your hobbies still, even if you try to like ignore it, right? You can't ignore it because then it seeps into your hobbies and your interests, right? Like that's how it works. That's why you need to be watching this stuff. And it's basically like another thing to like balance. Because also the people like, oh, it just seems like depressing all the time. It's like, okay, then find a balance to where it's not depressing. Don't just like completely not watch it or anything. Like when people are saying that, like, yeah, they obviously have a balance with it too, with their interests and like what they're looking, like what's going on in the world, right? Like, come on. Yeah, like it's just so upsetting. But like I think we at least can like gather, right, what we can do like afterwards, right, for the education system and like how we teach history. I think that would work. It does suck that I'm like now out of the school system, so I can't really like give teachers or like principal anything advice. I guess I probably still have my school email though, actually, because I think I wait a few. Oh, it says session expired. Oh well, yeah, no, I think it's because I just haven't signed on this. So yeah, my account I think is still active technically. They haven't shut it down yet. Like I could send them like emails. Like yeah, like I think like with Holocaust, that was kind of what was happening. Like the teacher throughout it was like, well, I want you, like, we're learning this so this never happened again. The only thing is, I think I'm the only one that message stuck with. I think everybody else just did not care. That's awesome. He didn't leave me the best impression. That's all I'm gonna say. With everybody else. Actually, I'm pretty sure like the one person I was acquainted with. I'm sure they also like were getting that, because I believe they were a part of that too. But yeah. It's just like, I think that was also why, like, well, a lot of people look at history and be like, why are we learning this? Like, why is this important? And it's because, like, yeah, we're teaching it, like, we're going all about, like, teaching history wrong. That's the thing. You know? Like, you need to, like, teach history from, like, lessons and, like, pulling from it and seeing what we can pull from what happened back then into modern day, right? That's how we're supposed to learn it. But, yeah, no, we're basically taught, like, oh, this thing happened. Like, and yeah, that's not gonna be, like, even really engaging. Like, no wonder people fell asleep in history class, because, like, yeah, it's not really all that engaging. Like, I care about history, so, like, I wouldn't. But, like, yeah, like, I can see why people fell asleep. Like, it's just saying, like, oh, this thing happened. Like, we get nothing, like, no extra substance to it. There's no substance to it. It's just slop. You know? Like, of just, this thing happened, you know? And, like, when I was there wasn't really any, like, oh, like, multiple choice on, like, when this happened, right? Like, the dates or stuff. But, like, in 8th grade, we still went over like the battles of like the wars, like the earlier like American wars, because 8th grade for us was like early American history, basically. I think up past the Civil War, like, or up to the Civil War. And yeah, we still had to go over the battles, and it's like, why? This is not helpful in the slightest. You know? Like, I fail to see why we need to learn battles when it comes to history. You know, like, why don't we learn more about slavery, right? Like, that would, you know, like, teaching about the horrors of slavery, I think that would be better and more worth our time than going over, like, battles and the Civil War and, like, Revolutionary War. Like, I don't care, dude. And that's not gonna give us anything. Like, anything useful for, like, modern day. Yeah. It's just like, I think if we taught history and also actually taught like government and stuff instead of just, because now it's just we basically had a junior year and that was it. You know, I mean, well, we like, I had social studies in elementary, but like I feel like when you're that young you don't really care about, because like it was like third and fourth grade was like flip-flop between state and local like government. I don't really remember, but like, yeah, a third or fourth grader is not going to really care about that. You know, like, it really should probably have been like every year throughout high school, because then that's more, or at least like at least more when you would care, right? And especially like senior year too, because some people are old enough to vote, you know, like, and it's crazy to me too, because I know some person was like, oh, I don't really understand what this means, which also, like, it's like, what's the point of the freaking government class then? Like, we did such a bad job then if you can't even read a freaking ballot. Which, to be fair, was the one that freaking Frank LaRose butchered, but like, it's crazy. Oh yeah, it's also funny to see right-wing Hololive fans. Very fun. Just like when these people like comment this stuff. And like, you can tell they take it from like the apolitical route, right? But it's like, yeah, no. Because I know someone, it was like View playing Alien Isolation, I believe. And under the clip was just like, hey, Trump's considering us as aliens. Does that mean I got a chance? Which I was like, that's an awesome joke. And then the one person was like, don't bring this nonsense to the Hololive, delete this comment. Oh, I didn't, man. It did freaking, it randomly deleted it, the YouTube bot. It just sometimes does that, but I replied to that, did you also get an aneurysm when Gigi and Cece talk about sexuality? But I deleted that, man. I want to retweet, I want to reply again. I don't know how you spell aneurysm. It's really, oh, there it is. Alright, hopefully that one stays. Oh yeah, there was also someone who just did like a random like gross joke or something, and then people were like, dude, what the like, the entire reply thread was like, what the heck are you saying, dude? I don't even remember what it was, but like, yeah, no, it was completely, like, I agree with them. It was like completely like out of line and like super gross. And it was like, dude. Like, yeah, everybody flamed him for it. Like, yeah, that was freaking nuts. Yeah, with the one with DC bringing up, I think it was YMCA, stopped her grandfather from being homophobic, and someone was just like, "Oh, really started to be turned off just as a whole." First, you say I'm ace. Now CC talking about homophobia. Hololive is no place for topics of political and social activism. This is how the company would eventually go to crap if the management doesn't rein this stuff in. I still like Raora, and I have much of an opinion on Liz, other than she's a really good singer, but CC and Gigi don't exist to me. It's really funny. I did also have that fun fact. My grandfather, who fought in Vietnam, the whole Vietnam thing honestly was just, I think, more to give age than anything, but my grandfather fought in Vietnam, stopped being homophobic after seeing her daughter's gay friends. Moral of the story: value shove about people you've ever met in your life, man. You know? Get a grip. Also, with the replies, one of them was really funny. Yeah. I still like Raora, the Raora in question. Silly little bycat. It's really funny. Also, and then, yeah, with that I added, can I say also, I don't think Gigi and CC would hang out as much as they do if CC was homophobic. Just saying. You know? Like, I feel like you would imply that. I mean, I guess these people have, like, no critical thinking at all. Like, they're right-wingers, you know? These people have, like, negative critical thinking. But, like, I feel like, you know, if I would think Gigi just says, like, oh, I'm ace, you know, like, I'm asexual. If, like, she's gonna hang out with people who respect that. You know, I think if there was someone there who, like, was turned off by it, then, like, yeah, like, she's not gonna hang out with them. She's gonna avoid them. Can't respect their boundaries. Also, like, this is even, like, this is no place for topics of political and social activism. All she just said was that the YMCA stopped my grandfather from being homophobic. That's it. Like, it was just a statement, like a fun fact, essentially. And then he was like, no, this is political, dude. God, I love right-wingers. And then I know freaking someone also quote tweeting is like, this essentially means, like, they're essentially saying, like, oh, like, it's political as long as what is it? Yeah, here it is. Everyone confused what the commenter is trying to say in Hololive, you're long to be political as long as it's right-leaning. And that is how it is, you know, like, all the time. Like, that is how right-wingers are. You know, they'll cry about cancel culture and all that stuff, but then, you know, freak out about this stuff. Like, alright. You know, it's clearly just like, they're just in favor of censoring stuff that that doesn't align with them, you know? Like, that's what they care about more. That's what it's always about with right-wingers. You know, they never really care about that to begin with, so. Like, yeah, that... Also, like, Gold Bullet, like, I'm sure they only watch all it, but, like, Gold Bullet is literally, like, clearly spoken out for the trans community. So, like, yeah, also, I think Haka's pansexual. So, yeah. And also, I'm sure a lot of them with Raora are either bi or lesbian. So, like, dude, it was so funny that one guy being like, oh yeah, no, they're being lesbian for, like, the male audience. It's like, bruh. That's so funny. I mean, to be fair, once they did that for the male audience, then they got turned off by it. At least, like, on 2 occasions. You know, because I think, like, Takamori was one that they had to take a break from it, and then Noelle and Flair, they basically stopped collabing because people were, like, I think it was weirded out by people shipping them. But yeah, like... So, like, even then, man, like, And I don't know, man. I just love these people who are like, oh, yeah, stay apolitical. Like, they literally did a, like, woke, you know, what does it, go woke, go broke? Like, they literally pulled that, and it's like, no, that's not. Because also, like, the problem, like, and the reason why, like, go woke, go broke, and, like, why major companies it didn't land is because, like, it was forced. These are just individuals saying this, right? So, like, it'll land a lot more with Hollow because they're individuals speaking on this, right? And actively saying what they are, you know? Like, they're not half-assing it or anything. They're saying what they truly believe. That's why it's not gonna be a go woke, go broke thing, you know? Unless we've gone so far right in the Overton window that corporations will just not sponsor those people, but like I think it would be the opposite. Like I think you're still seeing like people who are like openly Nazis still like lose sponsorships more than like a left-wing person, right? Or like the left-wing person probably just doesn't care about sponsors. Like right-wingers probably have more sponsors because they care more about sponsors than left-wingers, if I were to guess. I'm not even sure if that's true though, also with the original statement that I'm saying that right-wingers have more sponsors. Yeah, like it's just crazy, man. These people are so funny. Also Elden Lord. What a loser. Also, yeah, I like how they say but CZ and GG don't exist to me. And it's so funny when people bring up like, oh, trans people are living in the like fake world, you know, they gotta wake up to reality. Like this is literally you not waking up to reality. With you saying this, right? Like that's the definition of you not waking up to reality. It's by having this position. It's so funny. Yeah, like yeah, it is funny how they're like, I still like Railroad when Railroad's still been openly bi. I wish I knew which one this was. I don't know that subtitle because I know a couple people clipped that. I don't know the subtitle style because I want, this is obviously a thread because you can see the down. Unless they have the original on here, but I don't think so. I don't think anyone has the original. Yeah, no. I wish I knew, though. Yeah. I guess I can find it. But they didn't bring up the like homophobia part in the clips, so I don't know if I am gonna find it. I'm just gonna look up Bay and Cecilia and just see if like, because I think that still is their most recent. Is it Shiro? It might be Shiro. Where is it? Elden? Well, he's probably at the bottom. Oh no, it's not this one. Dang, I thought the... Oh, they might delete it to the clipper. That's also very possible. Actually, because it might have been Shiro. Let me see. Was it? Oh no, because this one zooms in, so it's not this one. These are like older ones. That's annoying. Why is it not any of the ones from the karaoke? Like there was like 3 different clips up. Let me look up karaoke then. Because then the clip might show up. So yeah, there was that one. Yeah, these are just a bunch of them throwing the archive back up. God dang it. Is it this one? Let's see. It might be this one actually. Also, I just realized it was the audio was still on. Whoops. It's fine. I think it is this one. There it is. Yo, 49 points. You put an edit. I'm not responding to anyone else. I've wasted enough time on you people. I want to see if they say anything about Aurora. Being his homophobia turns you off. You're gonna have to doing a lot more than just justice with all life. Oh yeah, Ollie talked about being gay, Matsuri having a girlfriend before, Iko saying she has no interest in men, Maureen having a crush on a girl. Like, yeah, she tweeted out that she's bisexual after GU came out as ace. It's funny. What is this actually like Dragon Age Veilguard? What is that? This is probably like this one thing that like Rev freaking like always talks about when he's doing his freaking like, oh, they went woke or whatever. Like what? 2024 action role-playing game. I'm sure it was just because the game sucked. I doubt it's because I don't think you know, I'm just going like game rant or something because I'm sure this is just like they're just like the game's like not great. Yeah, they probably use this as being like, oh, they went woke and went broke. Even though it's like, it's just the game's not good. I mean, even the top one seemed like it's just like a review. It's not like a... Let me see like maybe Steam reviews. Hang on. Although they're probably gonna be crazy. Okay, yeah, one person literally said, like, I know people also whine about woke, but it's always been woke. It's just poorly written, like, yeah, like even the people in that community are like, it's badly written, it's like forced. like, yeah, like I don't think it was because of social issues. I think that was different. Oh, he's doing the same thing too. They said like, oh, they're doing a bit. Bruh. With awkward and in-your-face discussions about pronouns and be non-binary, that's only awkward to you. Like, that's the thing. Like, the reason why it's forced in Dragon Age, I would guess, like it's different in a real conversation, you know, because they're experiencing that, right? Like in Dragon Age, it's probably written from people who aren't necessarily those, but they're trying to be like include that. So like that's different. Like that's crazy. Yeah, that game seems to live for rent free in your head. Like that's the thing. Like the right wingers also be like, oh god, like that's the thing right wingers always do is that they hold on to one thing that they get, right? And then they'll just use that again and again and again for like confirmation bias. Like that's all they need is one thing to just prove it, and then they just run with it. And it is very frustrating. And also, yeah, like it seems like they're thinking, oh yeah, no, CC is CC is joking, obviously, about the freaking YMCA thing. Yeah, and so you're one of those that are okay with the queer aspects of Hololive when you find it entertaining, because it gives you some sort of gratification. Like, dang, you freaking keep saying crushed him. So I don't know the context of the clip I was talking about. That's my error. I assume the full Moko fan was seen it already. That's... You killed him with it. Yeah. Oh, dude, Amiko even got on this. That's crazy. He's the one that's done a lot of the crazy, like, really well done animations, like a Paper Please one, a Parappa one. He even got on this one. Yeah, like, and I think Amiko actually hit it on the head. Like if Gigi just mentioning I'm ace and see talking about homophobia is too much politics for you, then you're the most sensitive person on the planet. Of course, you give excuses to your favorite ones by trying to cope that they're just playing up for a bit. Like, yeah, I mean, the company has survived for so long with members openly lie with LGBTQ. I don't think there'll ever be an issue in the slightest, so of course you think otherwise because you're just homophobic disguising it as I hate hearing about political and social activism. I have no idea you can watch the rest of Fall Life and think like this. It's like watching a gay movie and being shocked there's gay in it. I think you're just saying they are gay, but yeah. Oh, and then here's the Twitter. It seems like here comes the Twitter. Like that's so funny. God, right-wing Hololive fans are just the funniest. Because again, it's this thing. It's like watching gay movie and being shocked. What? They're gay? Who could have guessed? You know? Who could have possibly guessed? I mean, like, yeah, like that's the thing. And like, I feel like that's another problem with how society is acted now. It's just everything's seen as politics. Anything. If you say anything like that has two separate opinions, like two sides, it's political. Right? And we're like, all CC said was just like, oh, YMCA made my dad like not homophobic anymore. That's it. That's not even really a political statement. Like, and I don't think it is at all. Again, it's a statement. It's a fact, a fun fact, you know, like, and saying like, oh, that's political, like that's crazy. Like, yeah, you can't technically talk about sexuality at all. That's insane, dude. But yeah. Yeah, you are aware that there are real people made of flesh and blood out there who are gay, and that is completely unrelated to Dragon Age's writing. Exactly. You really think a company of 18 to 35-year-old women would be filled with Ben Shapiro supporters? That's good. Alright, let's see the Twitter. Yeah. They don't exist to you like your father. Yeah. Yeah, coming out is not even remotely political. This is not a remotely... Well, I think it's referring to the GG1, but like, this is not even remotely political, dude. It's just you're so brain broken that you hear like homophobia or something like that, and you're like, oh, political, it's political, politics, and it's like... Get some help, man. That's... Yeah. Like, exactly. She just said that the song stopped her grandpa being homophobic. That was it. This person clearly has not been on Twitter. That's the thing. Dude, he did the exact same thing the other guy did. Yuri baiting. These people just huff all the copium, dude. They're huffing it. My god, they're high on the copium. Jesus. He did that. I mean, I will say all the other jokes about the like World War II stuff. Like I said before, I don't like the freaking like Italy and Germany and Japan jokes. I think they're freaking whack when people make them, but like freaking Yuri baiting. I mean, sure, maybe Gigi because she is asexual, but like, okay, that's one. That's one who's maybe playing it up. All right, try the other 80. It's so crazy. I'm amazed my granddad stopped being homophobic. That's so political to you, and CCG don't exist to me. You really better leave. When I mentioned politics, bro, I think you're tweaking that. Complaints gay people still like Rower, though. Yeah, the dude is very... I think he is just a clip watcher. Or like a Fuomoko watcher. Right, that is it. Because, yeah, Rower did tweet about that. I mean, to be fair, I did forget about that, but... I mean, again, I'm not surprised. You will not be missed. Like, yeah, the Yuri baiting is... I just love that that's the copium that they always do every time. They're Yuri baiting every time. Also, I like how they're like the outside world of trans people existing. Like, this is even more messed up. The fact that they phrase it like this. This means that they hate trans people with a burning passion. They don't see them as human. That's exactly what this is saying, like, from this. Honestly, this guy, I think what he said is even worse. Like, that's insane. Ah, yes, not the outside world of, like, everything going to crap, you know, like, nobody being able to buy anything, right? Like, all our material conditions getting constantly, like, destroyed. No, the fact that there's, like, one trans person out there, ooh, that's really, ooh. That's the thing I got to avoid in my everyday life, is that trans person that I've never met in my life, by the way, and I probably never will. Like, that's even more crazy, dude. Like, that's ridiculous. Yeah. Spell material. I think, is it that? Yeah, there you go. I just trust my VOD channel to reply to that. That's funny. So I probably won't see that at all, but... yeah. It's, yeah, because the reason why I also brought it up is, like, a lot of people were bringing up the freaking, like, that's just something that I'm just like, I'd rather not. You know? Like, that's just something I feel like should stay a tragedy. The reason why, like, I would make, like, 9/11 jokes is just, like... because the Bush administration clearly used that as a launching off point to go to Iraq. To use that as an excuse to go to Iraq and just murder a bunch of Arabs. You know? Like, and it is tragic. Like, don't get me wrong, like, 9/11. But it's the fact that they then used that as a launching point to just invade Iraq. A country that had, like, no, like, beef, you know? Like, they just really wanted to continue the Gulf War, you know, and continue their project in the Middle East. That's why they did it. And there's even stories that come out of, like, I think Clinton said, like, oh, I warned them of this, and then they didn't do anything about it. Awesome. I mean, it is Clinton, so, like, I don't know how, you know, how truthful it is, but, like, insane, dude. Because insane. But yeah. Oh boy. Ugh. Yeah, what's funny about that is, again, it's on my VOD channel, so I probably won't receive responses to that, but honestly, I don't even think I will really weigh into that. I think that is enough right there. It's just like that response right there just clearly shows that You do not care about worsening material conditions. You care more about these, like I think less than 1%, like percentage of US population that is trans. 0.5, 1.3. Well, that's adults, and then 300,000 youth, so like 1.6 million. So yeah, like you're getting upset about someone you probably won't. Actually, that's kind of concerning because I think that was around the percentage of Jews in Nazi Germany. Oh man, yeah. Let me hang on. Percentage of Jew population in Nazi Germany. Wasn't it? Yeah, less than 1%. Oh boy. That's not a good look, man. I mean, yeah, they probably were like basically a Nazi, but like, that's really not great. Oh, that's real bad. Care more about the less than 1% population, huh? Seems familiar. Goody. That's awesome, man. Also, I was using this number because of the Screw AI. And this one. Can I turn this off? Like, can I actually? No. No. Whatever, man. Like, bruh. You know what? I'm gonna keep that tab open just to see if they respond to that. So I'm just curious now. Oh, that's the wrong thing. It was an orange profile pic. That's why I clicked on it. Oh, and then that guy did it too, bruh. Oh, it didn't load it. Well, shoot. Hang on. Oh, I stopped loading it. No. I love how these people just try to like dunk on it. Like, you're not cool, by the way, when you post stuff like this. That's not. Like, you're not cool, dude. I hope you realize that. Like, I'm sure the dude's posting that stuff. Like, he's like, oh, I got him. And he's so, like, no. Like, like, come on, man. Yeah, it didn't load it, man. Dang it. I can't really look at it, but. Also, natural disgust. I'm naturally disgusted at that take that you just said. That's natural disgust, man. Because actually, yeah, even like in like 2020, like it wasn't that big of a deal. Like, I think even Republicans. Where was the Nancy Mace post? Oh, I think this also stopped. Okay. What's the Nancy Mace post? Didn't she post about it and she's literally a Republican? I think she posted on here. Trans, something like trans awareness. It was an old one. It's obviously not her recent ones, but it just shows how much time has changed. Where is it? Jesus Christ, why do you care so much about trans people? This is so weird. Why do you care so much about this? It's so gross. Jesus. I just wanted an old post of her like being completely different, and oh my god, like it's insane. She's so gross. Why do you care this much about less than 1% of the population? It's so weird. Jesus, it's still going. And I still haven't found the post yet, because for some reason, I don't even know what this is sorted by, I'm gonna be honest. You can't sort it at all. I'm pretty sure she says something about it, though. It was a while ago. She might delete the tweet, actually, now that I think about it. I don't remember, because I know someone posted back up, but I don't remember who did it. But Nancy Mace did have a post like that. I probably have to scroll on freaking forever. Jesus, that is so gross to care that much about such a small amount of the population. You know, like this. You know, it's just honestly gross. You know? But yeah, like... You know, I want to see more people slam that other guy, because there was also a lot of replies on that. Oh, this is probably a bunch of other, like, homophobic people coming in here and saying this. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's some people, like, who haven't... Well, because, like, again, it wasn't even a thing until, like, they started making it a thing in, like, 2022. Like, when that Nancy Mace post happened. Also, yeah, that is true. The termophobia does include that definition. Yeah, even cavemen were above this. Yeah, that is, you know what, that is true. Yeah, they definitely did that. That is very funny. I like how, like, they just full on, like, actually... Ah, yes, because that's what matters, you know, is looking at the original definition, not the fact that words change over time, you know, like, that's just completely, like, not, you know, let's just completely ignore that. The fact that words change meanings, you know. Like... Yeah, you do realize languages change over time. Oh yeah, I forgot they use Alphabet Gang as like a derogatory thing. It's like, man, you really got them. Yeah, his taught, not natural, you know? Like... I mean, that's another thing too, like, I just never understand it, of just, like, you know, you logically going through it of like, oh yeah, you know, maybe the people in power, the people who are screwing us over, it's like, they don't think that. They're just like, oh, there's one person, like, less than 1% of the population, dude, like, they're doing it. Which I guess is true, but, like, it's the people with power and money, like, bruh. What are you... That's... Oh, and he's freaking using the freaking Brobel. God. The old Brobel. There you go. It's once gonna fuck Kristen fighting sin by sinning. There's no hate quite like Christian love. Yep, American Christians. You gotta love them, you know, just the fact that, like, they just make Christianity completely repulsive. I mean, it is impressive how repulsive American Christians make Christianity. It is impressive. You know, like... Yeah. They also, I will say, they make the devil freaking sick as hell, dude. Because they're basically like, oh yeah, no, the devil actually supports trans people. And it's like, oh dude, he's awesome, dude. That's sick. I'd want to hang out with the devil. Like... Oh, but he's not a rapper. Fucked by your own sins. It's so funny. I actually saw another one too where like someone's like, oh, like it was a Republican be like, oh, atheists love cherry picking the Bible. Oh, I think it was Mike, it was a Humanist Report, right? I think he said that. I think he tweeted about that. Yeah, love will openly mock people of faith and then use the same bread cherry-pick Bible verses, the religion back in our faces. That's evil, actually. Because you dipshits haven't read your own fucking Bible. You try to correctly push biblical law into the rest of us. That's so funny that this actually, like, happened, like, right when I'm reading this. That's funny. That is insane behavior. What? That's just what? That is, huh? Did they actually believe that? Like, that's insane. There's no shot, dude. I'm a Christian, so I don't have to reflect. Like, that's insane. What? What? That's ridiculous. That's insane. What? That's insane, dude. This guy is so far gone, dude. I think he's in a cult. I think he reached the cult phase of the, like, of Christianity. I mean, like, what? He's using Christianity as an excuse to not, like, reflect at all. To not think about his actions. Because he's like, oh, God will forgive me no matter what. Like, bro. That is not how you should, like, I think even outside as an atheist, like, looking at a Christian, that is not how you should interpret that. Like, you need to look at your actions. You can't just be like, oh, I'm a Christian, and, like, act like all is forget. Like, no, dude. What? That's ridiculous. All I'm saying is that that Jewish Palestinian would probably look down on you, buddy. You know? He is also socialist, by the way. He was also a socialist. That's ridiculous. Like, I didn't, I'm tweeting this dude. I didn't even know that was a part of the Christian, like, bro. That's insane. Hang on, let me like cross out the name, but like, that's ridiculous, dude. I'm gonna cross out both of these names. I could have made this bigger actually. Hang on, let me erase a little bit because I went a little outside the lines. Oh, I removed the whole brush. Hang on. Like, bruh. Hang on, let me. Like, that is insane, dude. That is a wild thing to say. Dude's gonna drop another gotcha on me like he's so cool. It's like, dude, you seriously need help. Like, that is not a healthy way to live. Basically be like, oh, I don't need to worry about reflecting myself. I don't need to reflect myself at all, because God will forgive me. Like, that's ridiculous. That is insane. I'm glad I did a later stream, because that was something you posted like 30 minutes ago. And I don't think that would have been there had I not. I mean, Jesus. That is insane. Like, good God. Like, I know some people like won't like these people just doing these like dunks and like rage baits, but I just find them hilarious because these people think they're like the coolest people. And it's like, no, you're not. Actually, yeah, I do want to take a picture of that one guy. It's like these people think they're like the coolest.
Can you hear us okay? We're a little bit far away, but can you hear us all right? I can. Is the chat working on your end? Is everything okay? These are some new ass lyrics up in them. So come on!
Alright, let me just block out the name.
You don't know your beauty. Acting ugly. Now I don't know what's going on.
I gotta redo it because I went too far. Ah. Do this with a mouse, man.
This song made my grandfather. It makes your grandfather tropical.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say something. No, I shouldn't say it. Should I say it? Yeah. Stuff my grandfather was homophobic.
Actually, it's not crazy. It's funny.
According to my mom, okay, this was a long time ago.
You know, we're gonna do the contraction. Like a comment like this is just so funny because these people think they're like so cool and gonna get the craziest gotcha. And it's like, no, you're just a freaking insane weirdo. Like, you're just telling me, oh, I don't want to hang out with you. Okay. Like, that's what you're saying, man. Like, it's so weird. Also, Resmi is leaving Niji. Yeah, she was like the one I feel like Niji VTuber that I think ever had clips, like that had a Clipper channel, like still after all the Niji stuff. I don't even know how much EN has left at this point, but yeah, I doubt I assume their EN branches, they're getting close to cooked, so. I mean, JP's teams are still doing fine. I mean, Olive still collabs with Niji. I mean, they are friends, so like, it's not like you can really say no, but yeah. I mean, some of our friends with her. Hachima and Sarah's a good one. Hoshikawa. Yeah. Yeah, this is so funny. Like, yeah, I think the thing with rage bait, well, I feel like honestly helps the clip. How many views does this clip in particular have? There's again so much rage bait, but like this is 35K. Yeah, I don't think it's the highest of it, but like also that entire clip was probably playing in the background. Because my sound's on. I noticed it too, like I noticed like the speaker went away, but yeah. As that's crazy. Yeah, I have no idea how much it was talking over because I think I also had music playing. Hopefully it wasn't like too much. It played it again. Oh, because I didn't hit shuffle. That would do it. That would be why I kept getting over there. It's so funny. Yeah, they also burned, like, the first books they burned was, like, LGBTQ books, and, like, I think on trans research, too. Because I think, like, yeah, some were, I don't know if this will be here, but I don't know if they'll have LGBT in here. And but they have, like, because I think it was, like, gay or, like, trans research. Yeah, leading the Institute of Sexology, I think this might have been that. Yeah. Yeah. It was like one of the first ones, I think. It was that they burned all this research. Yeah. Yeah, right-wing Hollywood fans are so funny. Because it's like the most gay. Like openly, like just gay. Like, I think just sorts of media, you know. Like, yeah, that is insane. Yeah. Yo, I think I'm starting to get the fun part of it, you know? Maybe I'm actually getting, like, well, I wouldn't say thick skin because it's not directed towards me, right? But, like, I think I'm getting better at this. And I mean, like, yeah, I think if you know what you're, like, what you're talking about, then yeah, like, it would be, like, you can then, you're able to do that. I also like that there's someone called Trump Tuber. Dude, that's my favorite hall, I think. Also, I don't know what this is. This might be like a... Well, this also might be a rage bait thing. Is this like... I'm kind of muted. Oh, okay. Oh, is this a Trump slop tuber? This is a right-wing VTuber. That's funny. I'm gonna talk about YMCA. Yeah, it seemed like they stopped. Does it say anything about it? Yeah, that's my favorite Ollie fan, dude. It's just a VTuber. Like, yeah, they had like 6 videos. They ended very quickly. I wonder if that was with the whole, like, with like the VTards or whatever, when like that whole thing was starting, like, oh, let's just be a bunch of right-wing weirdos. And then yeah, they gained no steam. And then they just stopped. I think some of them are still going, but yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I didn't expect me to just read a couple of YouTube comment threads, but here we are. Actually, I don't know too much about pansexuality other than like, yeah, it is a sexuality. Like, yeah, also the misogyny thing is like weird because like the ideology in itself is just like you're hearing like, oh yeah, women are always wrong, I'm always right, and it's like, okay, like no. How about you stop and think a minute? You're not always right there, buddy. Yeah. It is odd. Like, I do think though, like I think people also, and this might be just with people not being politically active, but like I think people are just like, oh, like they're rage baiting, whatever. I do think like, yeah, it's better probably for that stuff just to not be out there, but like when it does, I think when people are like, oh no, don't interact with it, right? Like that's what they want. Like no, you want to make them look like a freaking idiot, you know? Like that's what you want to do, right? I mean, I guess like, yeah, the thing is like all their ideas are getting known. It's like, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm too far left now that I'm just like, just make them look like an idiot, but oh, see, the easy Arsler, yeah. That was also one of those like comment threads, just them using the Arsler. I was like, man, we just not like it's not that hard. You can just call him an idiot. It's really not. Oh, God, dude. Also, it's crazy to me how like people are like, oh, the freaking like, yeah, who was, but yeah, Riley CS, who was trans. I think they were a trans girl, trans woman. So Camila just like hastily put in like something, I guess, because it was them cheating in Battlefield, which like it's a game. I really don't care, you know. Like whatever. And yeah, apparently also it was even like confirmed that they cheated or anything, or she cheated. And she got banned. It's like, bruh. But yeah, then people were like more upset about, like, I think it was just because she was trans. That's the whole thing. That's what they're more upset about than the actual cheating. But then I also saw some people get upset about people like caring more about like Camila hastily doing the post. And I saw someone else also being like, you know, you can just not, you don't have to reply to everything, which like is true. Like you don't have to, you know. I think it was an actual slip up from what I've heard. and people who've probably been around Camila longer. But like, yeah, like you don't have to reply to everything, you know. You can choose to stay silent, but yeah, and then also people are getting mad because they're like, oh, why are you caring more about the fact they're trans, and like literally just completely being a hypocrite to themselves. Dude, that Christianity thing, I still can't freaking believe. That was insane. Yeah, what a crazy comment thread, dude. Not expect to do that for a stream, but oh boy. It is an hour and a half, which is usually a long ago. I think it did have the backup of doing like Sporkle quizzes. Again, it is like an hour and a half now. It's I was gonna also hold up a bit on the Hololive stuff again, just wait for more people to make stuff. I mean, I made 3 more quizzes for it, so. I was trying to think of like other ones I could do, and I couldn't really. Yeah, I should just make one of the quizzes and just say like, oh, this person's come out of Ace, and then someone's gonna be like, get the political nonsense out of here. Oh, that'd be so funny. Just like one of the like, oh, guess the clues or whatever. That'd be so funny. Yo, I'm gonna go and open up YouTube to see if I got a notification of one of those dudes responding. Probably that dude. One guy who's going back and forth responding a lot. Although it could have also been deleted as I was saying it. So. I don't know. Yeah, I also didn't see anything. There's no notifications pop up. Oh, sometimes it's like way later, and it's like, why am I getting this now? Yeah. Yeah. Dude, people have rated my other 2 quizzes, but they haven't wrote my freaking Fire Emblem one yet. I think this one has like 2 ratings, or one of them does. Might have more. Yeah, this one's 3 now. Yeah, I mean that is like a heavy casual one, you know. Yeah, that was just the one person. I like JP speaking English quotes though. It's actually like people have been doing it way better at this than I thought they would. I don't know if it's because of the timer. I did shorten it down to 3 minutes. It's like I wasn't sure. But like, yeah, people are doing a lot better at this than I thought. I mean, yeah, I guess like to be fair, you only need JP. So like, it does remove a few people, and like, yeah, you can just rattle them off. So, I still want to give like a little bit of time for thinking, but I obviously just don't want to make it so you can just like rapid fire go through everybody until eventually you get it, you know. Kind of also why with the most sub to I made a minute and a half. Because that's still like, you have to get like more than one in 10 seconds, right? Because it's 90 seconds, 10 answers. So like, you still need to get them, I think, in like 9 seconds is like the average, but Yeah, like that seems like a fair time, you know? Because you just need to think about like the most sub to ones, like the most popular ones. Like that's something you do. Which, speaking of which, I check just to make sure I don't have to update it. No, I don't. Okay, cool. I also Regloss changed their picture again, so I assume they have a new single their profile picture. I guess the one nice thing about like Device changing their their like channel icons is that you can tell when they have a new single out. Yeah. It's just right when Hollow Fans is so funny, and I think you like Ben said something about that. Like, yeah, it's just inherently so funny. Like, and then they always pull the Yuri bait cope, like, that's twice now they pulled the Yuri bait quote or cope. Like, it's insane. This has become the new dog whistle of their right-wing Hollow Knight fans, that they'll use Yuri bait as cope. That's how you can identify them. And probably all the people who flip out when stars and live collab with each other also. Yeah. That was so funny. I guess like, yeah, I think with VTubing clips, yeah, it's probably best to get rid of rage baiting. Like, for sure. Like, just making sure you moderate that. But like, yeah, if you're in like a leftist space, you know, like, and your ideals have been very much like, and you have an ideology, right? You're not a reactionary. Then it can be kind of fun to go through. Just see everybody dunking on them. But yeah, like if you're in like a space that's gonna have reactionary people, then yeah, it's probably not for the best. It's for the best to, like, you know, make sure that's not there at all. Yeah. How much does the original post have now? 12K. Yeah, it's really funny. Yeah, to be fair, I like kind of did a like generalization of Christians. Like, I could have probably been like, this guy's in a cult. Like, he's reached like the like almost max of like the cult of Christianity. Like, man's needs some help. Again, but again, it is funny because I posted on my VOD channel, so like I'm not even gonna see the responses to these if they had any. I mean, the one guy said he's already done. He's not gonna respond anymore. But yeah, it is very funny. Yeah, I haven't seen anything for this. Is he now going after... Oh, I think he's talking about the V Shoujo situation. Okay. I was like, bruh. Yeah, that was from a few weeks ago. Why am I getting Nux on my recommendations, actually? What the frick? Bro, I feel like Hassan or something. God damn. Why am I getting him? Why am I getting embarrassments of the VTuber committee on here, man? God. Freaking... I hate it. Man, I remember when my one viral one was trying to get Aki to 1 million. That was neat. I don't remember it being like that post. I didn't know who they were at the time, so obviously I wouldn't have been looking out for it, but I don't know how far I was with like the whole Twitter thing at that point. I don't know. Yeah, I did really want to push Aki over the hump, and it did give her like 4K, that thing, so that was pretty neat. And yeah, it definitely was viral, and it definitely stayed in its own sphere, because I think it's still at like 180 impressions, right? I just have to get, again, past all the freaking like last 2 weeks of senior year. And also all my other reposts. Yeah, it's but I'm still in July. Yeah, the V-Shoujo stuff's already down this much. God dang. Alright, I posted more than I thought. This is a banger post, though. It sucks that it didn't get any recognition. I wasn't liking these, I was just reposting these. Okay. That's weird. Yeah, here now I'm in the last 2 weeks of senior year type beat. And then there's Aki hitting it. There's Mumei. I didn't realize someone liked this. Yay, my kind of sounding like something. Why did I repost this? I guess I just wanted to, huh? Yeah, I guess I was just trying to repost on my posts to make them do better. Yeah, this is another crazy thing too, because Mike Pollock, I think, was being a big old Zionist, and then someone's like, "Oh yeah, nope, they're just he's just getting harassed over dumb stuff," and it's like, bruh, like. Yeah, I also got one guy doing this and also had a panic attack, so that sucks. Actually, I thought I liked all of these. Maybe it undid my likes, now I think about it, because I swear I liked, like, this one. I'm pretty sure I liked this own post, so that's weird. Maybe just unliked all of them. That might have been what happened. Because, like, yeah, I was gonna say, it was weird that I just repost all these without liking them. Yeah, this had only 157,000 people actually see it. So, yeah, it was actually very condensed and very well. Like, it was done very well. The numbers. And, again, it's a shame that I got one guy doing that. You know, yeah, I had a panic attack from that, but. But she still got it, you know? And I at least played kind of a role. Because I know some people also were doing it too, but I think it's because I just tagged Jimmy in it. But that's the thing, I was just like, I mean, I know this is gonna blow up if I tag Jimmy because he's literally like a rose tie. Rosen tie? I don't remember. But I was like, dude, if I tag Jimmy with this, like, then like I'm sure it's gonna do well. And like, yeah, I think that first day basically it didn't do anything, but that's because, I mean, Jimmy I think lives in Thailand, so I mean opposite sides of the world, you know, opposite time zones basically, so it makes sense. And then I think he retweeted it, and then yeah, that's when it started blowing up. Well, I think actually it didn't do crazy like starting off, and then like, yeah, I think like day 2 or something like that, it just blew up. That was pretty neat. yeah, I didn't really get anything from that. But I mean, that's fine. Like that, the whole point of that was to get Aki like closer, and yeah, she got like 4K from it. So. I mean, that post did its job. I think I was more saying that because usually like posts that big, like you will get something from that, but yeah, I really didn't. Although, yeah, that was probably more on me for not keeping the pace up or whatever. Like I think I bungled, like I really bungled that, you know. Yeah. I also think a lot of these posts though, it just takes like it being shown to the right person for them to be willing to like it or something. So then it actually goes up in the algorithm. That's entirely how it is. Yeah. I didn't realize I was on here. I mean, I was on here, but like I guess I thought the other thing was still up. Yeah, I didn't tweet about these. I guess I could have, right? That makes sense. Because I tweet about the other stuff. Oh, that one doesn't link. That's interesting because I think the other one did. But yeah, I guess. Also, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure even like Hank Green did it, where yeah, you get less engagement if you have a link. It does kind of suck because like I'd want it to actually show it, but I guess not. Yeah, there we go. Just boost these in the algorithm, you know? Like your own posts. You gotta do it, you know? Yeah, I just wish I retained a lot of this stuff. Because mom was like, oh, well, you could... Because I also made a remark while like we were at the series sword. Because like with PragerU, it seemed like it's going to be in the education system, which Jesus. And also AI. I was like, I feel so bad for kids coming up in this educational system. And I was like, oh, you should do educational content. And I was like, there's many people who do it much better than I do. But yeah, I guess I just need to read and get informed. I think it's just like nothing has really prompted me to specifically learn in a new area. Because like, yeah, I'm sure like reading on my own, like that would help me out a lot. It would help me retain a lot of that. It's just nothing has come out to pique my interest into looking into it more, which is weird because I'm a leftist. I'm really into looking at this stuff, but I guess I just haven't thought of doing it. So that's the thing. But yeah. Yeah, I should probably end it because like I've just been kind of moping around. I think I'll get out of here. Oh, actually, let me look up pansexual because I'm gonna forget, and I should inform myself. Pansexual. Attraction of people of any gender to people regardless of their gender. What's the difference between those? Bisexuality generally refers to attraction to two or more genders. Often describes attraction to people regardless. Okay. So pansexual is all genders, bisexual is two or more. Got it. Yeah, I think that'll be it. So I'll see why did this one get more views? This is like the second one, whatever. I'll see ya friggin' probably 'cause I said Fire Emblem. I'll see ya tomorrow, right? 'Cause today's Tuesday. Well, technically I think Wednesday's today now, but yeah, so I'll see you I guess later today, technically, but I mean, come on, it's like basically tomorrow. So see ya then. Oh, I missed it. See ya then.